Okay, we're about to get underway here with our 2025 Mason County Fair Goat Show, the Market Goat Show. At this time, I'm going to ask for the first three in our open class to head to the gate. Do not come in the ring yet because we have some announcements to make, but make your way to the gate, please. We need Adriana Reed, Colt Gannon, and Adam Zirkle. Make your way to the gate. Do not enter the ring. First up today, we want to go over our sponsors for today's show. Our Grand Reserve Champion Goat banners are sponsored by Mackenzie Jones Realtor, and she is with the Angie Zimmerman Realty Company. Our Grand Champion Belt Buckle is sponsored by the United Producers of Feedstock. Rookie of the Year banner sponsored by Road Runners 4-H Club. The banner goes to the highest placement contributor in the season show for the first year of showing. Our Born and Raised winner will receive $500 this year, sponsored by Bob's Market. The Yoder Award will be presented for the Clean Stall Award, sponsored by Matt Rouse, Sam, and Minnie Nyberg. Banners for all the shows this year were purchased locally at the Mason County Career Center. They were each designed and printed by the graphic design class. So we want to thank those students at the Career Center this year for making our banners, design those, and supplying them. It's a good start to students learning. The mulch in the show ring is donated by BJM Hardwoods and Veneer, located up here in West Columbia. And we'd also like to thank David Rollins for all his help. David he put all the mulch down in the ring for us this year and did a real good job with it. And thank him for his time and efforts and everything he's done here for the fair this year. Thank you to Jack Rickmeyer, to do concrete pad, concrete pad poured down behind the backdrop, set the scales on. We appreciate that, Jack. And the backdrop for all the pictures was donated by Rocky and Susan Sturgeon. Let's give all the sponsors this year a big hand. We're glad to have them. They help us out every year, and it's a big responsibility to do that, and we really appreciate all they do. Okay, up next we want to introduce our judge to you. If he wants to walk out there where we can all get a good look at him. His name is Connor Brood, and he is from Levelland, Texas. So Connor's made a long trip up this course this year. He'll be here with us the rest of the week through Thursday evening. Our big steer show. So Connor is originally from Elkhart, Indiana, is where he's originally from. And he's become very involved in showing as well as judging. He followed that by attending South Plains College in Levelland, Texas, where he then made his way to Texas Tech University to compete in a bachelor's degree in animal science and fitness concentration. Connor and his wife, Mallory, currently reside in Blue Rock, Texas, where he serves as livestock judging coach at South Plains College and enjoys evaluating shows and working with the youth and farm. The Mason County Fair this year, 2025 Mason County, would like to welcome and thank our judges for spending the week with us. Give them a big round of applause. Thanks for coming, John. Okay, that's all of our announcements, I think, for this show. So I'm going to pass the mic down here to our royalty. I'm going to let them introduce themselves before we get started. Girls, if you want to change this mic down and you all can tell us who you are.
ensemble of the 2025 Junior Miss Parade.
Hello everyone, I'm Eliana Martindale and I'm your 2025 Young Miss Parade.
Okay, thank you, ladies and young man. Okay, I believe we're ready to get underway. Our first three participants, we get them in the ring right now. We need Adriana Reed, Cole Kent, and Adam Zergel. We're calling this an open class of underweights. They'll be showing today. I don't believe they'll be selling, but they will be showing. These coaches weigh anywhere from 40 to 45 pounds. And up next will be our Class 1. Report to the gate, please. Class 1, Marta Goetz. Report to the gate. We need Kenzie Arbogast, Ava Frank, Kendall Henry, Michaela Hickman, Paisley Parsons, Abraham Schoonover, Daisy Schoonover, Casey Tennant, and Alexander Zerkle. Make your way to the gate, please. Be ready to enter as soon as this class is finished.
Go!
Back here for day two. Hopefully you guys can tell I had a lot of fun last night and yesterday morning working with Showman. I'm very passionate about this project. That's why I chose the career I did though. So it's fun to work through a full week and talk about all the species. Pig Show's fun and I enjoyed it. As you can tell, Pig Show's fast-paced and chaotic sometimes. So it's enjoyable to have a little more control in the ring this morning and tonight. We're going to take our time as we work through the goats. So as a sheep and goat guy, I feel like we can kind of learn a little bit more and keep these things things a little more controlled. So we're excited. We have 3 young people that worked hard here at the projects in what we call, I guess, an underweight division. So as you can tell, all 3 goats are just a little skinny in terms of their kind, but the 3 goats that are functional. They've done good jobs with these projects, and I talked with them just a little bit, and it seems like all 3 are going to come back and join us next year for the fair. So that's what we like to hear no matter what. So again, I wish you guys luck next year. We started out, the young man's going to be your class winner. They're all going to get blue ribbons in the group, but you're going to be our class winner to anybody. And you're not skinny, but I really like him. He's really sound, he's flexible, he's got a good look from the profile, he's done a nice job keeping just good in terms of his basic build and his structure. And for what he is weight-wise, I think he has plenty of muscle. He's just lightweight and very immature. So they got a sweet chain, a good goat. I wish you the best of luck, buddy. I like this goat. It's second, quite a good deal as well. The young lady here in the middle, I think that goat's just really stout and good body. Maybe not just as nice to look at in motion or his knee up through his front end as the young man's there, but in terms of his stoutness and feature, being a productive body goat for his weight, very, very nice. Just not his knee up through his front end. One here at the cowboy hat, you got a nice one as well, and even a little bolder in terms of his rib, and maybe has a little more dimension, buddy, when I step right in behind him. Here in relation to the young lady that's right in front of you, buddy, as I look at their bone size, and he's worked from the ground up. He's a little smaller in his foot size. He's maybe not just as stout all the way through, but 3 young people out of here, they don't need to make the sale. They worked hard with the project, as you can tell. So give them a good round of applause. Just like we're going to do all that.
All right, a big round of applause for this game for these 3. In 3rd place was Adam Zirkle. 2nd place, Adriana Reed, and 3rd place went to Cole Kennedy. Okay, up next is our Class 1 goats. These weigh anywhere from, they're all 65 pounders, every one of them. We've got a total of 9 entries in this class. We've got Kenzie Arbogast, Ava Frank, Kendall Henry, Michaela Hickman, Paisley Parsons, Abraham Schoonover, Daisy Schoonover, Casey Tennant, and Alexandria Zirkle. And we have a total of 9. Judge, this is your class. Up next, Class 2. Class 2 meat goats, make your way to the gate, please, showroom gate. Trey Arbogast, Dolly Bailey, Kayla Henry, Kelsey Henry, Courtney Henry, Ava Kirkpatrick, Nicole Oldacre, Amos Schoonover, Riley Springston, Adrian Weaver, and Patience Weeping. You all make your way to the gate. Class 3, be on standby in the barn, please. Class 3, be on standby in the barn. Okay, one of the participants here today will receive the Born and Raised payout sponsored by Bob's Market. So one of our participants here today will receive an award for having their goat born and raised here in the county. We do this in every group of livestock. And in this particular group, we have two born and raised groups out of this, goats out of this group. Born and raised here in Mason County. Okay, each class today are judged, just so everyone understands what's going on. A lot of you may be the first time here, seeing the grandchildren and the children's show, and we first hear the judge. But what the judge will do, he'll go through each class and place it 1 through however many's in the class. At the end of the show, after all 7 classes are shown, we will bring back all the first place winners from each class, and then we'll pick a grand champion. And we'll have 2nd and 3rd place on standby from each class, and they will fill in as the positions are awarded. So when the grand champions pick the 2nd place goat in that class, will come and stand in and compete against all the other first places, and we'll get a reserve, and then we'll do the same thing and so forth until we get about 10 places placed for award first weekend. And then again, the show will have a grand champion reserves and all our top 10 players. So that way everyone understands what's going on. On the 2 cents, we'll place them now first through last in each group, and like I said, all the first place will come out.
As we work through this first bigger group, my goal here is to take our time and work with the young people. Again, that's what I like to do on a daily basis. So we're going to try to line them all up here so the young people get a little more time. We're going to walk through if we need to and handle a little bunch. And we got a big class, but not only in terms of numbers, guys. I think this is a really, really good class. And I think the young people have put in a lot of work. You can tell their hides, their preparation they put in their home, showmanship, all that. I've certainly thought the world of them so far. This is a really good group for me, just to kind of set the bar, because you can look in here and tell first, second, third, and fourth look nothing alike, and there's so many differences, and that's perfectly okay. We all like livestock a little different, and good ones come in different shapes. As you can tell from the outside, the goats in second and third are very pretty goats. I like their builds. I like their design from the outside. Hopefully, we can all agree on one thing today. This little guy's got a lot of muscle, and he is very, very stout. I mean, he is a muscular little rip. He is wide and creased up in terms of his back. And his hip and just his function and how that goat gets out and holds his head up and gets out and travels the ring to be that powerful and that muscular is very, very hard to do. In specific, where he gets to go to second, as you watch him, he's bigger in his chest, he's bigger in his forearm, his back and his rib shape, pound for pound, is really, really neat. Now, he's a little smaller, he's a little quicker and lower set, and that's the differences you have to talk about. And waiting for me, we got plenty of time here before we get to the grand drive, and I really, really like your goat. If you would, for me, just on that, you knock that tail ball off his tail just a little bit, and just go ahead and take that off. It kind of detracts from his look a little for me in motion. Other than that, that is a stout, balanced, sound, really fresh one. You've done a marvelous job with him. I wish you luck. Young lady on the opposite end of the spectrum, this thing is fit to the nines. I mean, his hide is beautiful. We got him powdered up. His legs are glued right, and they really look the part. I love this goat from the outside. He's a stout, legged goat, but still runs uphill. He's better in just his front end and his maturity curve. His length of body is better than the goat that wins. Problem is he's a little flat. Yeah, he's a little gangly. I like the goat there in third, and I wish I could just open him up all the way through. For being a pretty goat, when he gets out and goes, if you guys watch him, when he takes to the chain and the way he goes, he just kind of wants to drag his head and open in his shoulder. So I'd like to use him in a couple areas there. Use whichever one you guys would like. If you like the pretty goat, go for it. I thought that thing was sound, stout, and a really powerful one there. But a year ago, kind of follows suit with the goat in second. Very well presented. Good job with his hide, his handle. He's got a nice look. He's a trim, an expressive, muscular goat. Unfortunately, bud, he looks a little like me out here in relation to first and second. He's a little skinny, he's a little tall, and needs probably just a little bit more foot size and bone to balance up. That's a nice goat. Then, lady, I really like this black goat. She is stout in terms of her bone. If you look at her foot size in relation to some other goats, big in terms of her bone. She's got a good rib shape. She's real comfortable in motion, almost to the point where right now it's kind of showing true. She's just a little weak and a little soft behind her shoulder. She'll kind of get a little thick at the base of her neck, and then her hide and just her bumpiness and rashes she's got there down the top line probably don't help with handle quality. You got a real sound bull-fed one I like very well. You got a really true muscular one, young lady, and he's a hard one to show. I told you that yesterday. He's not built perfect out of his front end, as you guys can tell. He wants to kind of drag his neck. He's a little straight-shouldered, but very muscular, powerful goat. That's why I'm over from behind. Different story, young lady. I really like your goat. The spot there on her back, really neat to look at. She has nice pattern. She's sounder than the goat ahead of you. I didn't think she had the same muscle and just true product there. This Appaloosa, our pink goat here, really another one that's fancy to look at from the profile. Young lady, she is dead broke for you. Really stands still and shows off her front end. She chews a little smaller when I get behind it, and it's not as powerful as the goats along the line there. We conclude with a nice pair. Young lady's got one that follows suit. The two goes in front, a little more look, a little more style, and just a little more hip. Muscle like it in behind her. Well, you got one that has that. It's a little more muscle, a little bit more shape. He's a little weird in his top line. We're kind of get a little broke there in his top line, and isn't a stout structure. So that was a really good class. Again, we're going to try to talk to the kids today and one-on-one and on the left to make sure they learn something. Good pair there. I think it sets the tone. Give them all a nice round of applause, please, guys.
All right, congratulations to all of our show people here in the ring today. Everyone did a great job. Our third place finisher was Abraham Schoonover. Second place was Daisy Schoonover. And first place in that class and returning for reigning champion after bid will be Casey Tennant. Congratulations, guys. Okay, up next, as soon as these are out of the ring, this class 2 should be at the gate ready to come in, and you may come on in at this time in the ring. Brady Arbogast, Donnie Bailey, Kayla Henry, Kelsey Henry, Courtney Henry, Ava Kirkpatrick, Nicole Oldacre, Amos Schoonover, Riley Springston, Avery Weaver, Patience Weaver. Total of 11, Greg, in this class. 11. These goes all the way in at 70 pounds. We're all 70 pounds. And we have one born ready for this class.
There's raining.
We've got class 3, be making your way to the gate, please. Class 3, if you're up in the barn, make your way to the gate. Shelby Bryan, Oliver Dean, Kevin Fields, Hunter Hall, Kylie Layton, Wyatt Oldacre, and Victoria Sullivan. Make your way to the gate, please. Class 4, you are on standby in the barn.
Well, the one's not working very well. You see, I made the Facebook friend. The one router's not working very well. Yeah, the one that is labeled Optimum, he needs password for it. That one right there.
Big goat jump. Did you get good jump? Did you see it?
but a lot of differences can be had here amongst this grouping. So I don't think if you look down on the ringside here in the middle, that there's one that looks maybe like our last class. Whenever we have some goats that are real pretty and nice to look at from the profile in a lot of areas, but maybe not that one that's just truly busted open and extra stout from end to end as you work down the line. So there's a lot of challenge to figure out where you want to go as you work through. One thing I had in my mind the whole time was that this young lady needed to be your class winner with her kind of tape shoulder goat here. I thought the show was yesterday and here this morning, you worked your tail off and really get the most out of this goat kid here. To me, she highlights and wins this group when you get your hands on her. Not only she's just a little bit bigger in terms of her rib and her muscle, she handles her real fresh, real firm in relation to the red goat behind. Then when she gets out and goes, for being the powerful goat of the top group, I thought she'd hold her head up there and really get out and take to the chain well for the young lady. And just a really flexible doe that's got a lot of shape to her. At times, Sweetie, when you brace her here to the side, earlier in the round, she wanted to just duck down on you and just kind of roll her front end and get a little easy behind her shoulder. And I think that's where you can fix her. But again, when she takes to the chain, you get her on the walk and get your hands on her. I think that young lady's done a marvelous job. But you do a great job with s'mores as well. And I like this red goat. I did her yesterday as well in showmanship. Mainly to the flex, you can tell he's putting the work at home. Look at the leg there, how clean, his nice height. He's really, really good when you get your hands on him in terms of high condition and preparation. That goat's stout feature. He's got a nice pattern there from the profile blade. In relation to your class winner, it's right in behind his shoulder, where he's not just as powerful and as big as what your class winner is. He's got a nice red goat that's very, very well prepared, well shown as well. I thought he was longer hipped and a little sounder than this goat in terms of his hind leg. If you study just their hip design, this goat will get a little round, a little short in relation to the red goat, but he is just a little bit bolder. Down his top line, a little bigger in his handle. I read him just a little closed in his knee, a little rounder in his hip, and not just as flexible as that goat there. I like just kind of handle quality sort. These two goats coming in next, taking 4 and 5. Then when you got a stubborn one there, he just wants to jump on you and kind of hold his head. They get a little weird behind his shoulder, and so his top line gets just a little off there on us. But that goat is big and massive in his loin edge. He handles good, he's wide, he's powerful. Just a little weird in terms of the structure for me. Different story. I think this goat did a really nice emotion in terms of flexibility. She gets out, she travels well. If you look at those two top lines, and then the goat behind, she's a little stronger in terms of her top line. I like that about her. She's a little weak in her back feet. She's not just as hard and as muscular with the touch, but I like that goat from the outside. Then when your goat's got the different story of those 3 ahead of you and the 3 behind, he is big and muscular in terms of his handle. I mean, he has a big hard back. You guys to the left can see it, you guys to the right can't. That's his left knee. And when he bucks over there in his left knee for me, he's just a little off in terms of the structure. But I like that goat from a handle perspective. This black goat here is real sound, real safe in terms of the structure. He too is one of those that will get a little easy behind his shoulder, a little plain in his handle, and I like that goat on motion very well. Then when you get from the mid-body back in this doe, I kind of have her on the spot or two. I think she's flexible, she's wide enough, her hip and handle's good. She's a little near their neck, and just the way it ties into her shoulder, a little bit very low fronted for me there. We got a red goat that's really long fronted, real long to the touch, and a little smaller bones, a little petite as I just worked to the ground there. I wish she had more muscle. The black goat here has just a lot of stoutness, a lot of muscle on it. She's a little plain to the touch, and then a hip on hand with just the same shape as the few behind there. And we can further the goat, and maybe gets up a little and just weight and size and performance to a few in. And you call it contemporaries. He's a nice body goat that's really level with his top line. And they get the same muscle as a few up there. So very good crosses, a lot of challenge, a lot of toughness, but the kids have worked hard with them. Like we've done here, give a good round of applause, please.
Okay, congratulations to all in that class. Our third place finisher in that class, Avery Kirkpatrick. Second place was Amos Schoonover. And first in that class was Avery Weaver. Congratulations. All right, next up is our Class 3 participants. Should be at the gate, ready to come in. Shelby Bryan, Audrey Dean, Kevin Fields, Hunter Hall, Tyler Layton, Wyatt Oldacre, and Victoria Sullivan. You may enter the ring at this time. And great, we have a total of 7 in this class. Yeah, Bruce, this is your class. Next we'll do Class 4. Class 4, we need you to make your way to the gate, please. Nevaeh Bates, Sophie Bryant, Maya Buckle, Xander Ford, William Hickman, Hayden Jones, Lyra McKnight, Brody Prophet, Aiden Rossi, Trace Kennett, and Tasha Wilson. Make your way to the gate, Class 4. Class 5 on standby in the barn. weighs 75 pounds. 75 pounders between that newborn and raised in this class. A little smaller class, so I certainly think the quality is very, very good down the line. Like the rice class, even to a higher degree, the preparation of these goats is very, very well. Every one of them's got a good hide, a good hair coat, and I can tell again they put in the work there at home. And they're broke too. Most of them are using chains versus the halters. You can tell this young man here in the 4 and the young lady in the 5 spot, the man up there as well. They're using the chains versus the halter at times. That could be just a little more challenging, so I commend them on that. Up front, though, I think we have a very nice pair. Once again, the young man here, it's going to be our class winner. Again, this shit's closest to the mark to me. And in terms of being a stout, muscular goat, mainly this pair is split guys when we get right in behind him. His rib shape, his loin edge, and his hip and pin set all read just a little more powerful and just a little stouter all the way to the surface. Then the goat in second, with that, he is firmer and fresher in terms of his handle and his high quality when I get on top of them. While he's not a runaway class runner, buddy, because in relation to the goat in second, as you see him in from the profile, he's kind of just a little weird in terms of his neck and his shoulder, and he's maybe just a little shorter and thicker there at the base of his neck. Here's the thing, though, to get that power, we have to have just a little bit of shoulder and a little bit of neck. So I like that goat very, very well. On the opposite end, it's like the lobby again for a real pretty goat from the profile. I think this young man has one in second. Buddy, you had him in showmanship yesterday. I believe I put you third in the pain because I thought you were really, really capable. You do a good job getting the front end display of this goat. Long neck, good shoulder, real attractive to look at from the profile. My problem is I get behind him, he's not as powerful in terms of his hip and his muscle. And then when I get my hands on him, he's just a little plain. And in terms of his muscle shape, and if he was a little fresher, we could switch that pair. But I like both those goats very, very well. Again, kind of that handle quality helped me out, and still the profile kind of matched up between third and fourth. We got another goat in third that matches with our second. A little prettier, a little nicer to look at through his front end. With that compositionally, he's leaner. And in terms of his muscle shape, he's firmer in terms of his muscle, and that's why I have him there. But he's just a little narrow when I get him behind him. He's a little small and refined in his bone work, just not as powerful as the two that beat you there. Different story here, buddy. I like the muscle here, and that's why I thought about running the upper spot or two. This goes very moderate. He's good bodied, he's productive in his rib shape, and he's got a lot of muscle laid on him. With that extra muscle, he's also a little plain and a little soft in his handle. It correlates because he's a little thick in his neck and his front end, but very muscular type of goat there in fourth. Then when you bring one that's different speed again, what's very nice to look at through his front end, and a lean made type of a goat that's got some prettiness in terms of level down his top line, sound in his structure. I get right in front of him, sweet. He's a little close to his knee and his chest, and I wish I could just make him wider throughout his skeleton. He's a nice goat to look at from the side. This red goat here gets a little wrinkly in terms of his eye, just right in behind his shoulder, but that's a goat that's got some width and some expression from behind, very wide to his base, just a little wrinkly, a little flat behind his shoulder. You can clearly with young ladies here that's very level, good down his top line. One up to ahead of you, just a little narrow, and a step right in front and right in behind. Just want to power that goat up.
Good practice down the line. Once again, that's a tough pair on the top end. Play them all off. Give round of applause. That's a good group down the line.
Thank you, and congratulations, Class 3. Third place in that class was Hunter Hall. Second, Shelby Bryan. And first place in that class was Kevin Fields. Kevin Fields.
Good job, Hunter.
Up next, Class 4. Class 4 market goats. They weigh around 80 pounds. Nevaeh Bates, Sophie Bryan, Maya Buckle, Xander Forbes, William Hickman, Hayden Jones, Rylan McKnight, Brody Crawford, Kason Rossi, Trace Tennant, and Tasha Wilson. You all may have the rank this time. Greg, we're looking for 11 heads. Judge Brew, this is your class. making a decision on this class. I'm going to go to roll over here, that's on the line up here, nice and pretty in front of me. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to let them introduce themselves one more time.
Hey guys, my name is Lori Buchanan and I'm your 2025 Miss Congeniality.
Hello, my name is Elaine Pearson, and I'm the third runner-up to the Mason County Fair Food Pageant. Hello, everyone. I'm Leah Bechtel, and I'm the second runner-up to the Mason County Fair Queen. Hello, everyone. My name is Olivia Stanley, and I'm the first runner-up to the Mason County Fair Queen. Hello, everyone. I'm Lillian Woods, your 2025 Mason County Fair Queen. Hello everyone, I'm Alessandra Reed and I'm the 2025 Miss 4-H.
Hello everyone, I'm Mary Suppleman, 2025 Junior Miss 4-H.
Hello everyone, I'm Eliana Martindale and I'm the 2025 Young Miss 4-H.
Okay, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And once again, our sponsors for today's show, our Grand Reserve Champion Goat Banners were sponsored by Mackenzie Jones, Realtor. She's representing the Zimmerman Realty Company. The Grand Champion Belt Buckle was sponsored by United Producers and the Feedstop. Rookie of the Year banner will be sponsored by the Roadrunners 4-H Club. The banner goes to the highest placing exhibitor in their species for the first year of showing. Born and raised winner will receive a $500 gift certificate sponsored by Bob's Bargain. Yoder Award will be presented to the Clean Stall. Whoever has best of the Clean Stall, sponsored by Matt Rouse, Sam, and Penny Robert. The banners for all shows this year were purchased locally at the Mason County Career Center. They were each designed and printed by the graphic design class at the school. Boston Show Ring donated by David BGN Hardwoods and Premier. David Rollins, thank him for his help and put that down here in the ring for us for his time and effort. Jack Whitmire for the new concrete pad, the scales and show ring, backdrops, donated by Rocky Sturgeon. Let's give them all a big round of applause. Thank you all. We're on class 4, 7 of them here, and hopefully you guys can tell as we move through the few classes, not all of our first and seconds, they may be booked just identical, but that's okay to me as long as they check the big boxes of livestock, have muscle, have structure, and then we can kind of sort on the fun stuff from there.
I thought it was maybe down the line, maybe 4 or 5, and then kind of working down with my split for a muscle, and then still goats that can get out and go and look nice from the profile. Once again, the first and second, polar opposites, and I hope we can all agree on that. At the end of the day, one of the goats is way more muscular in terms of his type and kind. He's stouter in his feature, and I still think he gets out and covers the ground well enough, and that's why I use the young man there up front. By analogy, I use my students between this pairs. We have a linebacker up front and a marathon runner in second. It kind of looks the same here as a goat from the outside. When they go in motion, I try and just kind of drag his head a little bit and get easy riding behind his shoulder. That's why I didn't think he was just as neat up front as the young man's goat there in second, but just a real production value of a wide skeleton, big bone goat with extra muscle, handles really good. I thought he needed to be your class winner there. On the opposite end, buddy, when you prop this goat up from the side there from the profile, he's real nice to look at. He's sleek up through his front end, he's real good shoulder. When you get him in motion on the chain, he holds his head up, he comes together in his top line. I like all those things. He's good heighted, he's firm to the touch, he's not as massive and as bold. And in terms of his handles, what your class winner is, I get right behind the pair, I study their foot size and their bone work. You wouldn't be just a little gangly, a little petite in relation to your winner. That's a really nice pair, just very different in terms of their fronts. Third place goat, young man brings this one, just a really solid goat. He's an all-American type of a goat, that I say. He's good body, he's productive, he's sound featured, he's a little soft bud when I get my hands on him in relation to the top two. He's a little plain up through his front end and his neck and shoulder. This goat, a lot of the same we said here, really nice in terms of his body type. He's stout structured, he's got some width to him. He's maybe just a little soft, a little plain body when I get my hands on him, a little thick up there through his neck and his front end. Anyway, this doe, I believe you brought in yesterday as well in showmanship. She was not head in motion, she still is today. We did a good job leading the pack with her. From her shoulder back and her mid-body back, there's a lot to like about this doe. She's wide, she's muscular through her hip, she's got plenty of width between her hocks and you get behind her. Here's her top line, that's just a little weak and easy, standing still or in motion. She too's a little plain, a little thick in her neck, and coordinates because she's a little soft in her handle quality there. I really like this goat. He's very well maintained in terms of skin quality, feet and legs. He's nice to look at from the profile. And when I got right in behind him, and I didn't think we brought enough up, I just threw the seat of his pants in terms of hip and stifle, and a very nice goat from the side. This is a very interesting one, and same, I believe we brought him yesterday in showmanship. He has a big back. He has the most muscle of anything in the whole entire class, and I truly respect that. Big one, extra powerful. He's a little straight in his front end, and then he has extra set to his hip and his hind leg from the side, so when he goes in motion, he's just a little wound up in terms of his structure. Really nice pattern, good built goat here. He's a little narrow. When I get right in behind him, I wish he handled just a little bit firmer. So I thought about using your doe young lady. She's a little bolder, she's a little broodier in terms of her body type. She's a little soft as well when I get my hands on her. This goat from his shoulder back is really nice. He's leveled out his top line, his knee and his handle. He's a little weird up to his chest and kind of fall out there in his chest floor, a little big shoulder and just a little straight in his hind leg. We can flip this one again, shoulder back I like, but in terms of muscle and width and expression from behind, really good. You can see here in his stance kind of open at the top of his blade. Really just a little easy behind his shoulder there. So good class all the way down the line, challenging top pair, just like we've had all the way through the show. We'll give a nice round of applause, just like we've done here.
Okay, thank you, class 4. Thank you, and congratulations to all in this class. Third place goes to Casey Rossi. Second place was Trace Kennett. And first place was Jody Crockett. Up next, Class 5. Class 5 should be at the gate. You may enter the ring at this time. Class 5. Aiden Davis, Emma Ingalls, Wyatt Kirkpatrick, Ashley Legg, Katie Scarberry, Colton Stanley, Alex Tinch, John Thompson III, and Emily Wilson. These goes all the way in at 85 pounds.
Let's go, little John.
Go to line, Greg. Judge Brew, this is your call. Okay, so we're finished up with this class. Class 6, you will be up next. We'll be needing Grady Call, Gunner Roach, Jackson Roach, Paxton Zirkle, Eli Hickman, Easton Holly, Ryan Ingalls, and Natalie Layton. Make your way to me, Class 6. Class 7, you will be on standby tomorrow.
Yeah, he'll get
like as we work through our classes, we're going to have one group with a real stout one and a pretty one. We have the next group where we got some pretty ones and maybe not the stout ones. Just trying to figure out where you want to go here. But one thing's for certain though, I like this goat yesterday and I still use today. He is not the biggest goat. One, he's not just the most massive and just the stoutest one we've had in the ring so far. But what that goat represents from the side is real nice. He is up fronted, he's real clean through his front end, hard and expressive and square down his top. And then, to me, when he gets out and goes, is where that goat is athletic, he's proud in his front end, his back line is real level. I thought he's fresh and dialed in. A pretty hard that goat, maybe not just the stoutest, maybe the most muscular, but I like him real nicely. Second and third, I thought I had some true challenge, because I think hands-on, when you put your hands on him, this goat in third probably beats the one in second. I thought structurally, I was a little more in favor with this painted hip goat here. She's a little bigger in her foot size, and if you take her from the ground up, she's a little sounder and bolder in terms of her rib shape and her hip and her hind leg. I thought she just came together a little nicer in motion. She's a little soft behind her shoulder, buddy, and maybe just a little plain there in terms of her handle in relation to what your winner is. This goat's impressive because from her shoulder back, in terms of handle and spread and squareness, she is real nice. Hard to the touch, real fresh. A little plain up through her front end, standing still. And then her hind legs are a little small. It's a little round in the way it's shaped in motion, so she gets a little unattractive in her rear third. This goat, too, in terms of just high quality handle and freshness, but he's done a great job getting prepared and ready for the show today. He's really fresh in terms of his handle, electrolytes, and just water programs are very good. He's a little skinny when I get him behind him. In relation to the three ahead, and he's just a little bit more bud, a little more power, but he's a nice balanced goat there. A lot of the same can be said about this red hawk goat that comes in next. Real nice to look at in motion. He holds his head up, he gets out and goes real well. He's flexible in his spine. He's a little narrow, and we just stand right in behind him and study his handle, his hip, and his stifle. He's a little gangly in terms of his time. This goat's a little stouter in his hind end and still very level and loose in terms of his top line. Notice his neck shape. He's a little thick, a little wrinkly in terms of his neck. Forelegs, when you get on him, he's a little soft, a little plain in his handle quality there. Fork this goat up, because I think this goat's real trim, man. And it's expressive in terms of his muscle shape. He's got a very nice hind leg as well in relation to a few in front and a few in behind. He's maybe not just as bold right behind his shoulder. He gets a little flat right behind his blade in relation to the reach of it. I like that goat's trimness and his time there. This is a bigger goat, a taller goat for his size and in relation to the front body. Real extended, long, pretty goat there. With this extra size, I need to open him up and give him just a little bit more muscle there. Probably more powerful goat comes in next, real stout in terms of his skull and his feature. Real hard to the touch there. Good structure and motion, a little tight for me. He's a little long-footed. He's a little tight in terms of his build there on the go. So I think you can do a lot of different things as you work through this class. So one thing I'm sure of is that when you need to be your class winner though, and they all deserve a nice round of applause.
Congratulations, Class 5. Thank you. Thank you for showing your go-to today. You're doing an excellent job. Third place, Ashley Legg in that class. Second went to John Thompson III. And third place was Alex Kent. Next up, Class 6. Class 6, you may enter the rank this time. Class 6, Grady Cole, Gunnar Roach, Jackson Roach, Paxton Zirkle, Eli Hickman, Easton Holly, Riley Ingalls, and Natalie Lake. And we have a total of 8 in this class grade. We've had 4 in here at 90 pounds and 4 in at 95 pounds. 2 more ready in this class. Okay, Class 7, our last and final class, we'll make way to gate. We will need Jaden Patrick, Chloe Patrick, Eli Smith, and E. Smith. Class 7, make your way to the gate.
and talk about what's tough about doing things like this at a county fair and having some go kids mixed in with weathers all the way down the line. As they're supposed to handle a little different, their muscles supposed to lay on them a little different than maybe what the weathers are. So trying to weigh out maybe the differences in handle quality and where we're at from a muscle perspective is a little tough in the group. Although I think the top two are very, very close, I was always kind of rolling with the young man's doe there up front. Mainly because not only is she built nicer and sleeker up to her chest, and her lower chest floor and her sternum, and what the weather is behind, I like her spine. Her length, levelness of spine, where her tail sets into her hip and her hind leg in motion, a little bit nicer than the weather in second. She's cleaner front and leveler made and sounder when it takes the motion, and I thought they were comparable in terms of just muscle and true power. She's still very, very stout in her future. Now, maybe not just as rock hard in her shape as the weather here in second, but again, I think she's more maternal in terms of her muscle. She's got plenty for me, and she's sounder than the in second. Let's go, buddy. You've done a good job with it in terms of height and handle quality there. He's a very expressive goat in terms of his just his touch. Very lean in his kind, got a nice profile to him. He's a little round in his hip, a little round in his top, and then he pushes out in his chest and shoulder for me, along with being just a little flat in terms of his rib shape. So I think you can do what you like. Both these young men have worked very hard. I just like the levelness, the soundness, and build a little bit nicely there. This goes a tricky one because of the three, I want to gravitate to her rib shape the most. And she is big, big ribbed and real massive when you get down her top line and right in behind her buddy. For me, she's a little chubby and a little soft. When I get on top of her, and because of that there, you'll see she'll get a little easy, a little weak behind her blade, but I like her rib very well. But you've done an awesome job with this one, and I thought in showmanship yesterday as well, you did a great job with him. You got a big body, real productive goat. It's got some muscle and some meat on it, real thick when you get in behind him. A lot like the doe in that butt, just a little soft. For me, in terms of his handle quality, a little closed up in his chest when I get in front of him there. I worked this young man up to 5 and hopefully we can all see this goat's kind of struggling out of his front left there. To me, as I feel him in there, it's like the shoulders popped out just a little bit at the top side of his blade. But if you take that out of consideration in a market goat show, it's arguably my favorite goat in the entire class. And in terms of his front end, his neck shape, his length and levelness down his back, and he is massive in his loin and has tons of product and shape to him. I wish he'd move a little bit better for us here today, buddy, in a show ring setting. I would have thought you worked hard with that goat, but I kept moving you up. This is a very nice one. Unfortunately, you're done with that hand. You did well with him there. I like this red goat from a body type. He's productive in his body. He's really easy feeding type of a goat. He's a little soft as well when I get on top of him in terms of handle quality. We come down the line with the goat that's real long neck, real nice to look at from the profile. A little flat in terms of his muscle when I get in behind him. I got a goat here with a good body, moderate type of a goat, very short in terms of his length, just a little plain there as well in terms of his handle quality. So there's a lot of different directions like we've had a couple times today that you can go with. Again, I like them built right and they still have the comparable muscle. That's where we made our decision on the top end. So there's some young people that got bad hands here in this group, and these are a nice round of applause so you guys go this.
That's going to be class 6, third place in that class, Paxton Zirkle. Second went to Grady Paul, and the first place finisher in that class is Jackson Roach. Okay, up next is Class 7. This is our last and final class of the day. Class 7. You may enter the ring this time. We need Jaden Patrick, Chloe Patrick, Eli Smith, and Eve Smith. These guys weigh anywhere from 100 to 105 pounds. Class 7. We have a total of 4. Judges, good luck. Okay, at this time we need all class 1, all class winners, first place in each class, the past 6 classes. At the gate, please. All first places, at the gate, please. All second, third place finishers in each class, we need you on standby. All second and third place, we need you on standby.
pretty excited.
Strong into to your market ratio. I look forward to seeing how our class winners, seconds and thirds look, because they're all going to be very different. We're going to have a box of chocolates type of a lineup, but there's a lot of good ones, and I think this goat's going to have some quality for a lineup in a second. The call we're going to have to make, has he just big enough bone? For a big heavyweight goat, he's real tall and real flighty up high. Does he have just enough genuine stoutness and foot size and bulk underneath them for his weight? That's the call we're going to have to make, because above that, that goat is real proud and real expensive up to his front end, nice shoulder, got enough muscle for a big heavyweight goat, and with that, he's very fresh and tuned in and his height and his handle. I love the way he cranks his tail up, man. Just his length of hip where his tail sets. Hind leg's still good, it's a little small and a little fragile, and we got to make a call here in a few. Is he big enough and bold enough when we get in behind him? I like this goat for those reasons, and that's why I have the second buddy. This spot back goat's real tough. They can dance in terms of his foot size, big legs, real smooth, and massive in terms of his spine. In relation to our winners, buddy, he's not just as hard, and true in terms of his handle quality is what he is. He's a little soft behind his blade. He's not as neat up through his chest and his shoulder. He's got a big body, real stout-legged one on feet. He did a good job with him, no doubt about it. Anyway, again, showmanship quality is not why you work down. I think you do a really nice job getting the front end driven out of this goat. Real good bodied as well, and sound in terms of the structure. He's right in behind his blade, just a little flat, a little plain in his muscle shape, and at times a kick up in his spine there from the profile. We're going to round out with one up the three. Probably has as much loin and as much handle quality of the three. Real broad over his loin and enough muscle in getting behind. He's just a little plain right in behind his shoulder with that a little thick and a little mature there through his front end. But he's got more muscle maybe than the goat in the head, so if you want to switch 2, 3, and 4, again, I'm not going to go much to you there. I think 4 very nice goats here to conclude your show. Pay them off with a good hand here. We're going to get you some grants.
Congratulations, Class 7, third place, Chloe Patrick. Second place was Eli Smith, and third place was Jaden Patrick. Okay, we're going to move right on along. We're going to get you a great champion here in just a few minutes. We want all the class winners, first place class winners in the ring at this time. We need Casey Hennett from Class 1, representing the Wahama FFA. Class 2, Avery Weaver. She's representing the Sugar Maple 4-H. Class 3, we need Kevin Fields. He is representing the Silver Show Stoppers. Class 4, Brody Prophet, representing Mason County Vocational FFA. Class 5, Alex Finch, representing the Rainbow Warriors. Class 6, Jackson Roach, representing Hillbillies 4-H. And Class 7, Jaden Patrick, representing the Roadrunners 4-H. All Class 2 winners, be on standby at the gate, please. Class 2. Once the grand champion's picked, Class 2 winner from that respective class will report into the ramp to show. Class 2 and the class winner, second place at the gate, we need David Schoonover, Amos Schoonover, Shelby Bryan, Trace Bennett, John Thompson III, Grady Call, and Eli Smith. Be at the gate, please. Be at the gate. Class winners, the second place winners. All third place winners, you are on standby behind the second place winners. Show, and as I told you at the start, I was very much looking forward to Sheep and Goat Day. Although I love working with good show pigs and cattle, just getting sheep, goats lined out is always a little bit smoother and a little more calm for a show judge and ring crew. So it was nice working through here. We had some very nice goats, and as we alluded to, we have every different shape, size, and mold you can probably make here between our first and our seconds. I'm here amongst 6 or 7 classes of them. So if you like a different one out here in just a few, again, I'm not here to tell you it's my way or the highway. I hope as I take the mic and talk about the livestock, that you're just seeing what I'm seeing in front of me, and I can kind of walk you through my decisions because, man, there's so many goats here in the first line. Also, we're about to drop in a few seconds. I think they're in contention. So I'm just going to run through them here and give you a highlight real quick so you know where my head's at. I don't like going to livestock shows and getting beat, not knowing why. So that's why I take a little longer to break them down here. We started out with what actually I thought was the best class of the whole day, Class 1. I thought there were a bunch of really nice goats down the lineup there. I'm excited here to see how we stack up in a bit. This goat's tiny, but he's very mighty. And of the group, what I've learned about livestock is weight really, in a sheep and goat industry to me, it doesn't matter. Because in production value, leanness truly is where everything's made, as long as they have the lean muscle shape. And with that, what that goat has, pound for pound, is as powerful as any. Again, his back shape is absolutely insane. His rib shape fits his size, it fits his weight. When you get in behind him, he has a wagon on him in relation to the rest of them. He is a powerful, powerful little goat that's real greasy in his muscle.
muscle. What I like about him is it still makes sense here from the profile. He's not a round shoulder, bucked over knee one. He's on the edge. I'll never tell you he's perfect up through his front end or his spine or past and sets. We can nitpick him all you like, but as far as it goes, that for his weight, he's fresh, he's muscular, he's powerful, and then when he gets out and goes, for having the power up, the lineup, he holds his head up, he levels out, and he gets out and goes, and he travels the ring well. So again, he's small, but again, I'm not afraid to tell you, he's in the mix here, up for a grant here in a minute. This paint over here, tough, flat, shoulder back, I really like. She's bull-bodied, real functional, real sound in her kind. Kind of make a call here for me for your grand champion. Is she nice enough through her shoulder and her neck? Is she just hard enough and fresh enough in terms of her back shape? That's the call you need to make there. There's a lot of the same running through my mind here about the next few goats. Here in line, the young man brings us one out of class 3. I like from just a width and a spread and dimension standpoint. Another one that's real big in terms of his foot size. And it's up front there, and in terms of his neck, his shoulder, where his chest sits, seems to be a little plain. Same when you get your hands on him. That goes just a little bland and a little plain in terms of his shape right in behind his blade. He gets out and goes a little plain there out of his front end, but I like some width and some plain pieces there. A lot of the same here. This goat's real muscular. We told you he was more of the linebacker of that class and matches up with a few of them here in the grouping. Big body, muscular type of a goat. The call again on him is when he gets out and goes in motion, how do you like his front end? And just the way his neck, his shoulder, and his top line stays together, you got to make a call there. He's a little soft, a little plain in terms of his handle, although he's big and massive there. This goat's the different one of a few that we just discussed. He's got a little more height to him. I really like his look and his style from the profile here. Hard back, muscular, handling one. He's a little straight in his hind leg. He's a little skinny in terms of just his foot size and his overall stoutness from end to end. But I like parts of that goat very well. This goat won a tough class, real nice to look at from the side. She's a little narrow. When I get in behind her there, I would like her pattern very well. This goat puts a wrench in things too, because I like him in motion so well. And in terms of being an up-fronted, hard muscle goat that's expressive and athletic in terms of his spine. Here from the profile, he's a little rounder and more conventional on his shoulder, his neck, and his front end. He's just a little mature there. We got to make a call. If he looks like a grand champion from a heavyweight perspective, although he's big up high, he's a little small down low. In terms of foot size and skeletal width, does he have just enough for his weight? So I think you could really use about 4 different goats if you like. There's truthfully a pair of them that stuck in my mind, and we're going to drop in a second here that's going to be competitive. Again, I'm one of those on a sheep and goat basis. I don't really care what they weigh. If you're here, you can play. That's why I like the young lady's Fox 20. Do your grand. Give her a nice hand.
Congratulations to our grand champion market goat today, Miss Casey Tennant. Casey at the second place in class 1. We need Daisy Schoonover into the range room. I really don't think things get easier as you work down the lineup here, because these goats are in such different stages in terms of life and development. So just trying to weigh out those things can be just a little challenging. We drop in that second here to your class or your grand here, and we talked. We like how that goat runs uphill. He's big in his foot size. Hey, you got enough call on him for being a pretty goat. Because you just sound enough out of his front end and tight enough in motion. You can tell here, maybe runs out of power versus a few will still roll up in his top line. But I think he's in the mix because he's a fresh, up-running goat that's real stout in his feature and certainly fits along. So I think there's various different directions you can go here as you work for reserve. I'm not going to talk anymore. I'll see you at the sheep show here tonight. But give another nice round of applause here. We'll get you a sale when we're good. Reserve champion, the 2025 Mason County Fair Reserve, Daisy Schoonover, also out of class 1. And we need the third place finisher, Abraham Schoonover. Class 1. 25, third place is Alex Kent. We need John Thompson the third. In the ring today. Next up was Kevin Fields, who's got a class 3. Now we need Shelby Bryan. Shelby Bryan. And out of class 4, Mr. Barry Crawford. The Trace Kennett. And out of class 7, our 6th place goat is Jaden Patrick. And second first off is Eli Smith. And our 7th spot still by Abraham Schoonover. And we have the 4th place on there.
Dexter, I'm gonna stand right here, okay? I'm standing right here.
Okay, Ava Frank, if you're still available, we need you in the show ring at this time. Ava Frank. Now, if not, we'll move on to Paisley Parsons, if you're available. Kenneth, and we need Casey Ross in the room now. Okay, our number 8 place, Avery Weaver. She is also our born and raised here in Mason County this year, and also rookie of the year. And our 10th place finisher, Mr. Jackson Roach. Okay, this concludes our 2025 Market Goat Show. Congratulations to all the winners. We need to down for pictures on the other end, I'm sure. So, everyone is in the top 3 or 4 there. More than raised, and they got this picture. Thank everybody for attending this year. Don't forget to come out this evening for the Market Lane Show.
Hey, Bobby, will you announce that Point Pleasant Live's taking pictures in front of the gate, not behind the gate? Yes, on this side.
Make sure she gets a little bit.
Okay, Point Pleasant Live will be taking pictures on the ring side of the gate and the far end, on the ring side of the gate. Thank you.